Just incredible!
Just incredible, man.
Just incredible. Run the thing, eh? Run it!
Yeah, 2023 is officially here. This is my first episode of the year of the Just Incredible podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning back in. Got a lot of exciting things ready to go for you this year. And today I'm joined by two of my bros from the city. Hawthorne, California is in here. The Yotes. Coyote is
What's
here,
good, man. What's good?
We here, baby.
Time.
What a perfect way to start the motherfucking year, too.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Thanks. I didn't know we were the first episode, man. That's
First
dope.
episode of the year, man.
Oh, yeah.
Thank y'all for being here.
You started it correctly.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. How'd y'all come up with the name Coyote?
Crazy story, man. Like I flew into the Amazon. I fucking met the shaman, and he took me to this cave, and then we did ayahuasca. And
Costa
then
Rica.
while I was tripping on ayahuasca, I was fucking being attacked by these indigenous people. And while I was being attacked by these indigenous people, a coyote came to my rescue. He rescued me, and then it all just kind of clicked. And then I was like, boom, coyote. That's it, right there.
Yeah, man. That's exactly how it happened. And the next
right
day, he
there,
hit me like, yo, I got this idea.
I was
And
still tripping
like,
when I called him too. I was still high as fuck. The ayahuasca was coming down, but
You're like, yo, I got it though. I
got
got
it.
it.
Like,
Follow my
dog,
lead.
why the fuck
Hit
you
me.
doing dope, dog? That was all I could think of. Like, that shit
I
ain't
was like, I
gonna
don't know
work.
how I'm gonna get home. I'm butt naked in the fucking Amazon forest right now, but I got this idea.
Up until this
Coyote.
point, we've been rapping for years and nothing worked. All of a sudden, this motherfucker does ayahuasca,
And
it's
boom.
like, we should be named Coyote for multiple reasons. And then, like, literally, it's not no exaggeration, almost immediately before we even dropped anything, like, it started moving.
Shit
it's
clicked,
kinda,
huh?
Yeah, it's
Started
kind of
taking
crazy.
off.
Yeah.
Y'all are blood brothers.
Blood brothers.
Unfortunately,
He's the handsome one, and I'm the talent. Nah, just
so it kind of works out, yin and yang. You know what I'm saying?
Yin and yang.
I just gotta pull up and look pretty, and he does all the work for me.
Gets to the bars.
Yes, sir.
So when did y'all, bring on the idea like, yo, let's do this. Let's start rapping. Let's start a group.
Funny, he says the ayahuasca story. The first time we ever started rapping, we were also high, but on like weed, like, cause he was an athlete. I always tell the story, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker was
Athlete.
He was already getting scouted by the NBA at like fucking freshman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm a big brother, so I naturally had the protector instinct, like, you need to stick to this shit. Like, you can fucking change the fucking narrative for Mexican people. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Playing basketball back then. Even then, we had that mentality, which we still have now for rap. But
Yeah, facts.
naturally, growing up in LA, you're around bullshit and fuckery. So we started hanging with the wrong people, and he smoked individually, I smoked individually, but I refused to smoke with him. And when we finally did, we started freestyling because we had lost the game and we were just talking shit about people. And then that's how we started rapping, just like, so substance has been a huge part of our success.
Yeah.
So don't abuse
That
the
was about-
substance. Let the substance be a part of you.
Let the substance abuse you.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
craziest trip y'all have ever had?
What?
Like coming up with the
Ayahuasca.
name and deciding to rap, or is there other crazy stories y'all have had?
Oh, there's plenty of crazy ass stories.
We've had some
that's for
crazy
sure.
stories, most of them involving women.
Come on, drop one on me.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Nah, I'm just
The first time I got killed was over a girl. So that was a pretty crazy story, but yeah,
happens too often, man, and
Don't-
that's the reason why
don't-
motherfuckers be.
don't fuck
Nah.
other people's girls because it leads to shit. But it was my ex, and then I decided to keep fucking her
You
out
wanted
of
to keep
spite.
going.
Out of spite to spite the dude though, not because I wanted to, just because I was like, you know what, to spite this motherfucker because he had a
Smile.
6-pack bodybuilder type guy. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm over here fucking damn near obese, clinically probably obese, but and it didn't work because I was already trying to chase this dream that's probably fucking delusional, but anyways, and she was still in the loop, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck this bodybuilder fucking bitch. And he had called me, he was like, I'm outside your house, you lived on like, I'm gonna kill you,
Fuck.
and then I was like, oh shit. And sure enough, I go out there, I peek out the window, and he's out there like, I'm talking this fucking steroid out, shredded motherfucker in the rain, just pacing back and forth, and I'm just
Having
in
a
the car.
roid rage over his bitch.
There he
It's a true story. Anyways,
Moral of the story.
More of the story. Yeah, cut to it, man. How did we get here?
I don't know how we got here, but yeah, that's another crazy story.
Just when you've moved on, just move on. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah,
Don't fuck
yeah.
other people's girls, man. Even if it was yours first.
I know. Sometimes the pride in us though just wants to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The natural conqueror.
Right, the conqueror.
Wants to conquer.
Yeah,
The coyote.
But it ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
All right,
worth
Thicker
it at
Than
all.
Water is the project that's out right
Yeah.
now. Talk to us about this project. This
Yes.
shit's going crazy in the streets, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
So-
dropped it like what, a week ago. First week,
2
man.
weeks.
Numbers are doing great, just climbing, and you know, I feel like it's a good representation of who we are as an introduction, a good stepping stone. I'm very proud of the project and how it came out. And it's just the beginning too, though, man. Like after this, we gonna keep going and keep feeding the streets
Yeah.
and
already-
keep killing shit. Really.
We already have another project ready. The thing about this project is a lot of it we had for like, it's old. A lot of it is old, but I feel like a lot of times people, again, like what we were getting known for in the beginning, you know, the first record you spin was Hood Rat.
Yes, sir.
And we hate that song. But you know, you're trying to play the game. It's a part of the
I kind of
growing
like
process.
it. I ain't gonna front.
I
It's cool.
appreciate
Part of the
it.
story. It's a
Yeah,
part of the journey, so it's
for
special.
sure,
I
yeah.
appreciate that song for what it did for us, but I think it wasn't the right introduction to Coyote. Again, because we had, when that song dropped, Coyote was probably 4 months new. It was just an idea
Right.
that we had because of his ayahuasca trip.
Yeah.
And it just we kind of just were winging it when our core has always been like fucking rap, like bars, hip hop stuff, and changing the narrative for what people think of Mexican people.
Yeah.
So the fact that I feel we could really hang with fucking Kendrick and J. Cole and Drake and all these people, I don't think that song, you don't hear that song and you think that. You know what I'm saying? But then with this project, Thicker Than Water, you hear like the intro, the deep cover 3,
Right.
and then the shit with Symba, and then we have
Even
songs.
the Ten Commandments shit, y'all
The
had.
Ten
y'all went
Commandments.
crazy
Ten
on.
Commandments
When I
going
heard
crazy,
that,
yeah.
and shout out to my boy Marcus
Yeah.
Black who shot me that to the DM,
Paper.
and
Paper.
you know, when he sent that over, I was like, oh shit, these are the homies that
Yeah.
you know from a year or two ago. So yeah, it just seems like y'all are really finding your space right now, and
Yeah.
just doubling down on that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. And then that's
Thank
how the
you.
album starts. You got the intro, then deep cover 3. It's
Yeah.
like, ooh.
Yeah, we starting hard.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and that's the thing too. When you try to play the industry, you let other people's opinions start clouding your mind because the LA Commandments, the deep cover, like this is us and our essence, right?
Right.
But then the industry kind of sucks it out of you because they say no one wants to hear it. Fast forward, we drop LA 10 Commandments, the
Deep
One Day
cover,
Left,
1 Day left.
deep
2 went
cover.
crazy.
We got Shaq in the comments. We got people
Damn.
that we admire, like giving us kudos. People that we grew up listening to, that are hitting us up. So it's like, damn, if when you stick to your guns, like it's the right thing, bro. Like it's so like for us playing the industry didn't work for us. So Thicker Than Water represents us. Like nah, like we're sticking to what we think, like because it's us. Like it's me and my brother. We the one that been there from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
We're the only ones still there now. Like there's no one behind us or none of that. So I think the title just came about, and that cover was a perfect cover because we approach every song like we're sparring. You just witnessed us rap. We always trying to out rap each other.
I see
and it's
that.
brotherly
Competitive
competition.
nature.
Tell them what you said earlier though before you bought those White Claws and we pulled up to the liquor store and you was
remember.
like, "What you say before you walked out?"
Oh, I said.
What you say?
I said I thought he
Keep it a
got me.
stack.
Yeah, he got me today. I was like, oh, I think Rick's verse because you know when he picked me up, I was like, let me hear your shit.
Is
as
that
soon
how
as
it
he
goes?
spit it,
Y'all kind of
yeah.
surprise each other.
And then I was like,
You know what I mean?
I ain't
It'd
gonna
be
lie.
on the way up here. It'd be like, all right, what you got?
Show me what you got.
Yeah.
Hey,
Here you
steel
go.
sharpens steel, though, man.
That's what it is.
Y'all
bro.
Y'all
You
keeping
know what
each
I mean?
other on point.
We treat this shit like a sport.
Yeah,
I had to do an audible actually because I wasn't gonna rap that verse.
Okay.
I had something else in mind, and then when he rapped that, I was like, I can't rap what I was about to rap, dog. So then I had to search through my file bank in my brain because 2-3 to us like
Shout
4
out 2-3, my
yeah,
guy.
5 days notice wasn't enough for us to like again, bro.
I was
want-
wondering about that. We really put y'all
Don't
to the
say all
test
that.
today.
Don't say all that. Don't say all that.
No, it is enough. I could write something in a day.
No,
But
I
you know what
know.
I'm saying? Like I could sit. I like to sit on it, but we didn't really have time. So when he pulled up, I was like, I was like, you got me today. I was like, I'm gonna just keep it a stack. Like, so
That competitive
we'll let
nature.
the people decide though who got who.
Yeah. We're going to drop it in the caption and make everybody decide.
I really don't care. I just know it.
He's
bugs
one of
him.
my favorite artists though.
I love that. I love that.
So, you know, and this is 100% truth. Like, I don't listen to nobody but us, this fool, and people that I'm trying to compete with. So he's
Yeah.
one of the people I listen to. And yeah, man.
Yeah, vice versa.
So one of the standout tracks on the project, you got a joint with Symba,
Uh-huh.
another lyrical maniac
Yeah.
who had a
Shout out to
huge
Symba.
2022. And
Huge,
to hear
man.
y'all click up with him on the track, how did this come about?
Again, Marcus too. That's how we kind of got introduced to him and started building a relationship. And all of them over there are like family, you know what I'm saying? Every time we see each other, it's all genuine love, you know what I'm saying? And the record just kind of came about organically. We was all in the studio. We had this song already kind of made, I think, and we just plugged up. We plugged it in. Symba was in the stew, heard that shit, and he was going through a funk. Because sometimes, you know, as writers, you know, sometimes you hit little blocks and shit. And he was like, man, this shit hard. Like, hey, and he just got to it, you know what I'm saying?
Inspired
he jumped in
him.
inspired him to, you know, exactly. And he told us that after too, like, man, I needed to hear that because this shit brought me out of my little space that I was in.
Yeah.
And fucking jumped in the booth, did his thing, probably took about no more than 40 minutes. Laced his verse was fire, and once the record was done, we were like, shit, we gotta shoot to this shit.
The video.
The video went crazy.
We shot
shot that
film.
shit in film, which most people don't fucking appreciate that shit, but we did. Motherfuckers that know.
They know.
And shooting in film is fucking a headache like a motherfucker.
Pain in the ass.
Especially
Was
when
it larger files, harder to edit type vibes?
It's
or?
just not like you can't just push record and go. Like you really gotta like, and the way we shot that film too, it has to be like it was like choreography because it's like one take, so everything had to be cohesive. And it's just taking forever, and I'm over here frustrated. Like, man, why the fuck I want to be a rapper, man? Fuck this shit.
That day took
I
a
want to
lot
go
out of
home.
It was like a 12-hour day. Symba was at the fucking Golden State Warriors championship game the night before.
Yeah, so he was all hungover and
he
shit.
flew in
you know?
just for this. His call time was at 6. It got pushed back to like 9.
Shit.
So he's hungover like da. We had it had a lot of moving pieces, and we're trying to get people to pull up for free, you know, to make it the one take cohesive. People start dropping like flies. Like we paid a lot for the film and all this, so we're just stressed out, bro. But the final product came out fucking great.
Yeah.
But the bummer thing is, like you're saying, like people specifically in LA, I said this before, I feel like they don't appreciate art in the up and coming level. Like, because to me, that's like almost like a masterpiece creatively. But then when we whip out our phone and we shoot like LA 10 Commandments or One Day Left or whatever,
That'll be the shit that
it
people
goes
gravitate
crazy.
for. Yeah.
And then we shot in
starts fucking
film.
with your head. Like, damn, why are we spending all this money? Like, you
Spent
know?
an arm and a leg,
Right.
stressful day,
Yeah.
and it like virtually went unnoticed. But it don't matter until it does, because when people start looking us up and they see that video, they're gonna be like, oh shit, this is like, to me, that's on TDE level, that's on like J. Cole level, like better than J. Cole. J. Cole's videos ain't that great. Lyrically, of course, he's great, but visually, like we're visual artists. And if you look at our video intro also, like we shot in film also, and it's like transitions wise, like I've never seen a video like that.
Yeah, y'all got to check out this video, man. It's out right now, streaming everywhere, all over YouTube, man. Make sure y'all check it out. The shit is on fire. Yeah, man, credit to y'all for going the extra mile like
Guys,
that.
too.
I wish I would have had a
man.
verse on it though. I just did the hook. Shout out to my bro, because Symba's considered one of the best rappers coming up, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So then when you hear that record and you hear us not only hang, but we're in there sparring.
That's
like,
right.
So what does that say about us? That's what I always tell people. Like, what does that say about us, bro?
Yeah.
I just feel like, you know, we got some hurdles to overcome.
At the end of the day, don't nobody give a fuck about none of that, though. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be yourself, be cool, pull up, do your shit,
Facts.
and then the people that gravitate to you gonna
Give
gravitate
them
to
something
you.
to remember every time.
Exactly. But you gotta
That
be
part.
prepared. You gotta be prepared all the time.
Like he said, 5 days away. You get the call, it might be time to start spitting some shit.
Exactly.
And y'all definitely stepped up and went
Yeah.
crazy on that
Thank you, bro.
freestyle.
Thanks
you,
for
man.
having us,
Appreciate it.
man.
Of
Thanks for
course,
having
of
us.
course. It's overdue, man. I look
happy to
forward
be here.
to building some more with y'all.
Yeah.
Two prominent Latino voices, especially in our community here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What does that mean to y'all, man? Because I feel like not to go on too much about it, but even going the extra step on that video, you guys are showing people what can be done. You know what I'm saying? And I think that says a lot as well. What does it mean to y'all to have that powerful voice right now for our community?
I think it's a big driving force on why we're doing what we're doing. Like it means everything really, because that's who we're doing it for, and we're trying to put on for people that look like us, that feel like if they wanted to do this, they could do it, because us growing up, we didn't really have a face that was put out there for us to see, like, okay, I could do it too, type shit. So we just kind of felt like, what's the word I'm trying to say? Anomalies.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We still are.
We still kind of are, yeah.
In your own like lane type
think
shit.
about when you think of a Mexican rapper, even in LA, when was the last time you seen Mexican rappers really like embody like hip hop culture, and like we rep it and we throw the shit on everything like it's fucking tapatio, but it's like at the same time like it's hip hop music. Yeah. It's not cool because we're Mexican. We're not good because we're Mexican. Like we're good because we're good.
Talented as fuck.
Yeah. And to us that's huge, because like he said, like growing up you don't see it ever. It's still you don't see it. The closest thing we had was Big Pun, so we kind of gravitated to that a little bit, and then Selena, you know, and stuff like that. But even to this day, we just had an audition with Modelo for a commercial, right?
Love it.
But because we act too, but that's a whole nother conversation. But in this fucking audition, like I had to talk on it because this was bad. I wish I would have recorded this because we record everything, but I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they wanted the Mexican American story, right?
Okay.
But one, they told us to wear sombreros and mariachi things, whatever, you know, like that charro look, which we wear, like we just had a quinceañera where that was the theme, so we'll rock it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love that shit. But our day-to-day, like the Mexican-American story isn't that.
Right.
Like, if you want the Mexican story, sure. Like, my dad, because he's, you know, immigrant, we're first generation, he was probably in his time known to wear that on a day-to-day. But Mexican Americans, for the most part, don't wear that. But they wanted us to wear that. Their first question was, if we asked you guys to sing mariachi right now for 15 seconds, can you guys do it? This is a white lady just telling us this. And we're like, do you guys know who you guys called for this audition? Like, and I was like, sure, if I had the lyrics, because I used to sing when I was a kid.
Okay.
So, but I was like, but, you know, we kind of rap more.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, are you guys unapologetically Mexican? Why? You know what I'm saying? Just like, damn near, do you guys eat tacos and where from? Like weird shit, right?
Stereotypes.
So I feel like the Mexican American story keeps being regurgitated in a certain way that's evolving, but and we're proud as fuck of being Mexican. Like, look, bro, like I said, I put this shit on everything. You heard the bars, you heard,
of course,
that like it's in us. Like, I'm first generation. My dad's an immigrant, deported. You know what I'm saying? Grandma's an immigrant, mom's an immigrant. Like, the culture is in us, but I'm also American, and I feel like our story isn't being told yet because we keep being regurgitated the same shit, which is
over and
either
over
cholos, again, which is a part of it, cleaning people, paleteros, this, that, and the third, which is all a part of our culture. And
more so the help, more so than players in the game.
Yes.
We're just considered more of the helpers.
Right.
And we're trying to show motherfuckers like, nah, y'all could play in this shit too.
Right.
Just
on the
at
main
a high
stage,
level.
on the main stage, absolutely.
So we were telling her, we started gaming her up, like, this is the exact problem we face in rap. Like, because you guys you want the paletero story, and you don't know that the paletero is an immigrant from Mexico.
Right.
Like, but you claim you want the Mexican American story, and here you reach out to two Mexican Americans that are really trying to impact hip hop.
Right.
And you want us to be the paletero. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a weird space.
Did you feel like the light bulb went off? Did she understand what you were saying?
Yeah, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
But
important. I think that's important.
She was kind of like, it just showed her a different light in us, but it wasn't what they were looking for.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got
I feel.
it.
We should find out today if we got the part or not.
Yeah. They wanted us to be over there like,
Yeah. Which
we could do that.
He could do it sick. And like I said, bro, like, we love that shit. We just had a whole Mexican, like, bro, like a quinceañera, we got mariachi horses running around. I love Mexican culture.
Of course.
But it's like, at what point which we're becoming the majority in the country, at what point do we become a thriving force in the American subject?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think by pushing conversations like this one, the one you had with her, certain roles you'll continue to get, your music, you know what I'm saying? Who's your top 3 Latino influences coming up? Because there's been so many of them. You mentioned Pun.
Pun's up there.
Pun for sure.
Selena gotta be up there. I fuck with Selena. If we talking about just in general or
actors, you know what I'm saying, athletes.
Salma Hayek up there.
Salma Hayek up there. I like George Lopez too.
George Lopez.
I felt he was like the Bill Cosby. No, don't nobody talk shit. Like I know what Bill Cosby became, but he was like the Bill Cosby for Latinos. He fell short a little, but I feel like he kind of was the first one to like really put on for us in a pretty funny ass way. But who else do we got, bro, in the U.S.? Like,
it's not too many of us, man.
Cause we could go into the Mexicans like Vicente. I like fucking what's his name, Juan Gabriel. I like, but that's Mexican shit, you know.
Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya. My boy
Oscar
De La Hoya.
Oscar for sure.
De La Hoya.
That's a good one, B.
He's a buster ass manager.
You know how he went out though.
Yeah. As far as a promoter, he's whack. But as a boxer, he was a beast. I used to love Oscar. I like Ryan Garcia.
And the fishnets.
I support anyone that's really trying to change the fate. That's why I like Ryan Garcia. Because
hell yeah.
He understands the current generation. And he's really trying to be a player in this. And sometimes the older Mexican generation, they try to drag you in because you're not Mexican enough. And Ryan Garcia gets
Davis
that.
might boo-bop the shit out that
I don't know after this last fight. Yeah,
hey, I'm going for Ryan, but hey, Tank hit pretty hard from what it seems
Tank does,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, how about top 3 rap groups?
Rap groups? Ooh.
Top
Coyotes.
3. Come on.
Let's leave ourselves out of this one because we're gonna pick us first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we might have 2 different opinions. I don't know.
That's fine.
Right. I'm gonna say number 1, Mobb Deep. Number 2, Outkast.
Come on.
Number 3, Clips.
Woo.
You see, I'm gonna say Wu-Tang Clan number 1.
You see, I went duo though because I was comparing ourselves kind of to
Wu-Tang Clan number 1. West Side Connection number 2.
Fire.
And number 3, Outkast. Well, Outkast.
Yes,
too.
sir.
Yeah, but I love Mobb Deep too. Like, so it's tricky. But yeah, Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's my favorite shit. So
y'all mentioned Shaq was in the comments. What was that like?
crazy.
Big Diesel, man.
Man, Diesel been fucking with us since we dropped Deep Cover 3. And man, I remember when he followed us, I was hyped as hell. I was low-key jumping for joy. I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hell
I was like, what?
Icon.
Shaq followed us,
Come on.
and he putting fire emojis. We fucking DMing each other, talking to each other. Like, shit was fire, man. And then when he did the LA 10 Commandments, it just stamped it even more that, you know what I'm saying, rule number 8, don't disrespect Kobe the Great because the Lakers still run the fucking Golden State. Then you got fucking Shaq in the comments, like fireballs, like.
Man. And Matt Barnes, he pulled up too. Matt Barnes
man, that shit's dope, man. It's just, it kind of just solidifies that we're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
And it's just small victories for us that we count, but we don't sit and celebrate them too much because we got to keep going.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. Take those wins, man. Take those wins.
Yeah.
How about on an MC level? Even though Shaq's bars is top tier.
Hey, Shaq probably the coldest NBA player to rap.
Would you say that? I want
yes.
I would say
best NBA rapper of all time.
Yes, 100%.
I would
Damian
say
Lillard is good.
Damian
close
Lillard
second.
is cold too.
But Shaq had some. He had a joint with Wu-Tang, like
Biggie.
He got that song that still plays almost every summer in LA.
Oh, with Quick.
That shot.
Yes, sir. Legend shit.
Whatever. That shit's fire.
How about on like the current rapper side, like or singer, just artist side? Has anybody reached out, checked in with you and gave you some words of encouragement?
Like new guys. We get a lot of OGs hitting us up. Coolio had hit us up before his untimely demise. He wanted to work. We had like Cameron, like a lot of the Dipset guys reached out to us. Busta Rhymes has commented before.
That's
he
dope.
never like DM'd us. And a lot of the new guys, we kind of know a lot of them, so it is like homie shit.
Family.
Like, you know, you got like Symba, the Symbas, the Bravos. The
His
Back
homie
City
in his
City,
competition
like,
too.
Yeah.
Right.
So we see it all as like,
Yeah.
and
It takes a
every
lot for
rapper.
another artist to reach out, though.
Yeah,
You know they
for
won't.
sure.
They gonna watch, but they might not.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
only the OGs reach out.
Okay.
The new guys will let you know when they see you in person. Like when we were at Complex Con with Pro Club, we saw a few rappers that we didn't know about us, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, we've been seeing y'all shit." Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And they like, "Oh, all right, good looking," you know.
Yeah, my boy Cash told me the
Yeah.
same thing. He said it's really like that.
Yeah, Cash is the homie.
But, man, I just feel like we got a great, synergy out here of MCs in our city, and man, I just
Sure.
love promoting for us to get together,
Yeah, man.
work together, whether
That's
it's
fire.
on tracks, videos, creatively.
Nice.
Bino, y'all hooked up with Bino too, right?
Yeah, man.
yeah.
How'd that collaboration come about?
We had I think we made that song before reaching out to him. We just heard the beat and we just heard Bino's voice on
Yeah.
it. Like we think Bino will go crazy on this. So we pretty much just reached out. He
Yeah.
heard the song. He was like, "Damn, I didn't expect that from you guys. It's just fire." Like, and then you know what I mean. He ended up
Yeah.
getting on that motherfucker and went crazy.
Yeah, he had told me like, cause we're like, "Damn, who should we get?" Blast, but we knew Blast wasn't gonna have it. He's like, "Man, let's get Bino on it." And then I was like, "Man, fuck it, I'm gonna DM Bino right now." And
See what's up.
I just DM'd him.
Them some real dudes,
Send 'em
man.
the record.
I know when they feel it organically
Yeah.
and naturally, I've heard many stories of them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even on my podcast, just
Yeah.
coming through and fucking with me.
And he posted it like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is weird, bro. Like then
Right.
you got homies sometimes where you consider homies, and then you do a record with the homie, and it's like, and it be they best shit. You know what I'm saying?
they
Not to be
best.
on the I don't know cocky shit, but like our videos, like bro, like it's almost like I don't know. We got like a director's mind and rap. You know what I'm saying? So like
You
What?
know it's funny when it don't get reposted.
by your friend.
It'd be
It'd be like that.
It be
man.
it
It's
be
like, I thought you was my
it don't be
friend.
like I'm gonna press you about it. It just be like mental
Mental
note.
note.
I'm gonna keep that in the
I'm
back.
gonna keep
Yeah.
that tucked
Pocket,
away.
for sure.
100%.
You know how it go. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
how it go.
Oh, yeah. We
It's
say
a
it
funny.
all the time.
It's a funny game.
Yeah, but then you got motherfuckers like Shaq posting your shit. That's why I be looking at people like, or Bino, which we never even knew.
Right.
Like, I didn't even know him.
Just showed love.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he showed love. I'd be like, you supposed to be my boy.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and we, you know what I'm saying? Supposedly you like the song. And that's why it'd be funny, though, when it be like on a top 5 streaming songs on Spotify, though. And
Right.
it's like, oh, you didn't post it, but hey. look
Man,
at
I
that.
guess y'all got to get used to it, man.
Yeah,
This is gonna be a long ride, but
Nah, for sure.
So,
the album is thicker than water. It's out
Yeah.
right now. Run those numbers up. Amazing project, fellas.
Yeah. Thank you,
man.
The
Appreciate
video
it.
with Symba is out too,
Yup,
along
yup.
with tons of content all
Yeah.
over. Matter of fact, give out your Instagrams and all that.
Instagram's Coyote for Hire. Coyote like the animal, FORHIRE. That's the only one that matters. We got individual ones you can find on there.
Yeah.
That's what we pushing. Yoti's best rap duo of all time. Yeah, I said it, bitch.
Come on.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for joining today, man.
Thank
I
you
really
for having us,
appreciate
bro.
y'all.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you for real.
Keep going crazy on them, man. And man, I'm glad we got to kick off the new year like this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Salute to you,
likewise.
bro.
Appreciate y'all watching, man. For more content just like this, do me a favor, man. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that like, drop a comment, show some love to the Yoties, man. Really appreciate having them on the show. Yeah, man, this is Just Incredible's podcast. Peace and love.
Just incredible! Hey, yo, just incredible!
You don't know, eh?
Keep winning.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you to everyone who watched this podcast. The music you're hearing, that's provided by LA's own The Eastie Boys. If you enjoyed watching this, please hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and while you're there, tap that subscribe button so you can subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. There's more content just like this, and trust me, a lot more on the way. To keep up with me off of YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Justin_credible or my TikTok. You can just search Watch Justin Credible. Thank you so much for watching.